Hello. This is so interesting. They just changed the dynamic. I'm back in a home. All right. I wanted to stand because I've been sitting all day, and I teach you guys about this, right? I teach you about how we're gonna add in more steps, how we're gonna add in more movement. Hello, YouTube. What's going on, guys? I'm coming to you live from sunny Florida. What's up? All right. It's a very important message today that I wanted to bring to you. I just came from an event and I was asked all about why spiritual nutrition, what's the jam, and then no one could get over my age, which was, I always love when that happens because it's just a testament. And I believe that I don't really believe in age, which I also think is a testament to that. So in today's video, let's get into it because I also know people will click off quite fast. So I'm going to speak into this one. We're going to talk about how to actually lose weight over 40. I'm going to speak into 6 simple processes and mindset shifts that needs to happen, but also tactical things, because let's be honest, nothing happens if we're not doing action, right? So first and foremost, one, hands down across the board, I need you to suspend all stories tied to your age and your weight. Yes, I am fully going to talk about going to Lulu, but I want to talk about it in a different way, because I'm 46, and I specifically speak into the generation that truly, this is like new different stuff. Like I love what's going on right now in the world, but we've got the millennials and all the other people. I don't even know what generation anymore. But my point with this is, we're of the generation, we didn't have all of this at our fingertips. Manifesting, all this stuff, it was like newer. We didn't learn about it until we were like well on our human journey, right? Like nowadays, those in their 20s were learning about this and they were getting on YouTube when they were like 8. That was not happening over here. What am I talking about? So step 1 in how to lose weight over 40, because I'm 46 years old. I do not have a thyroid. I healed myself of cancer. A bit more about me. I am highly credentialed to be speaking into this. I am a holistic nutritionist. I'm a spiritual nutritionist. I'll speak about that. I am intuitive. I've always known things. It was a gift. I've developed the gift, spiritual awakening. I can talk to you about all of that. I was just on a podcast the other day talking about Dark Night of the Soul, spiritual awakening, how to transform the body and suspend illness and other things. Highly credentialed. I don't want to waste any more time though talking about that. You can go on my website, you can read my books, you can go to my podcast, all that stuff. But I do want you to know where you're getting your information from, because it can be a little, it's a little scary out there a little bit, and you want to know you're getting your information from somebody that knows and has done it. I also transformed my body and my health myself. So I know what it's like to be overweight. I know what it's like to not be healthy. I know what it's like to be told that you have cancer or another illness. I get it. So this is why a lot of the women I've helped, I'm very fortunate to have helped thousands through our group programs, not privately, and a few hundred privately in my tenure here. And they always say to me, no matter whether they have 100 pounds to lose or 10 pounds, they're always like, how are you in my brain? And I'm like, I've been there, because here's what I can tell you with weight. It doesn't matter if it's 100 pounds or if it's 5 pounds. The story is still the same. If you've struggled with it, and you would say that you've struggled with your weight for most of your life, then I guarantee it is not about your weight. It's about a relationship with yourself and a relationship with food, which I go into more, and I will go into the psychology of that. But why I'm bringing that up is because I understand the spectrum. Weight, it's never about the weight. There was always something else there. And that's what I like, that's what I'm committed to. I'm committed to that transformation, because without it, you will lose the weight and gain it back again. You will lose the weight and gain it back again. And even if you lose the weight and don't gain it back, it will redirect into problems with money, problems in your marriage. Trust me, the women that go through even my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program are like, this transformed everything for me, because it's an identity changing program. So what is step 1? For you to lose weight over 40, I need you to say, I don't give an F, excuse my French. I don't know, I just always say curse words are associated with French. I have no idea why. I'm not French, just go with me here. But you've got to let go of your ties to age. And if you are sitting there and you're going, I don't really have ties to age, ask yourself, When people look at you, when you talk about your weight, do you reference things like, well, I mean, for my age, and I mean, I'm pretty my age. Stop with the my age around things. I don't even know what it means when people look at me and they go, God, you look so good for your age. What am I supposed, like, was I supposed to fall apart? Like, are we all like, and I laugh because my clients that are 56 are like, if they're saying that to you, what am I supposed to be, in the grave? And I'm like, I know, I don't get, we've got to stop with that. It doesn't, how do you feel? I go off of, my goal is not, oh my God, I want this. My goal is I want to feel fucking incredible. Excuse my French. I want to feel amazing. I want to have endless energy. I understand that people go, well, they have a fear around aging. Why wouldn't they? In our country, aging, in any other country, it's celebrated, right? In our country, it's like you have no more purpose for living. Like if you age, you're no longer worthy. Like, I mean, so I want to change the face of all of that. Another reason why I'm here. But, and on this channel, so if you guys want more content around that, I will talk to you about what I do for my skincare, my body, my workouts. I'll be taking you guys with me to the gym, so make sure you're here. I just posted a reel on some of my workouts. I do functional training. Aside from that, I'm gonna stick with it. This is why I have to do my other scripted, like not my scripted, but well, yeah, I kind of script an outline for my other videos. This one's alive, so just work with me here. I got a lot of energy. All right, so, what I want to tell you is, step one, I need you to get around your stories around age. So right now, just get a pen and paper, write down what are the stories that you have around yourself and aging. Is it, I can't wear a bikini anymore? Is it, I haven't worn a bikini in forever, I'm not going to start now? Like, what do you tell yourself? Because all of that's creating your reality. So if you're sitting there going, I would never wear blah, blah, blah. Well, are you judging? Like, what is that all about, right? I find it fascinating when women tear other women down. And it always kind of hurts my heart because I'm like, wait, like, shouldn't we be like, if she wants to, let you do you, boo. Like, if you want to go on the beach in a thong and you're 70, by all means, I don't care. Do you feel good? Like, it's your life. Go rock it out. Like, that's you. I just believe we spread all the love, because everything we say and speak, it comes back. Watch your words, ladies. Watch your words. Your words are your wand. As Florence Scovel says in one of my favorite books, The Game of Life and How to Play It. Your words are your wand, and then what I've added to it, they will create for you or against you. What you say today creates your tomorrow, and what you said yesterday creates your today. Remember that. Same thing with food. When you are eating, are you going, oh, I'm gonna pay for this later? Watch what you say. I cannot tell you the amount of comments I hear, and I'm like, you're literally speaking into existence that you're gonna gain weight. Why are you doing that? You know, now my clients know because they're around me, and they send me these Voxer messages, and they're like, I can't believe this. I just went out to this like group dinner, and within minutes of them finishing a dessert, everyone started complaining. They all said they couldn't believe it. They said now they had to go work out. They messed up their diet. Like the guilt like the guilt came on within a minute. And I hear it all the time. You should see my family. Like, they make fun of what I eat, and then they all say they wish they would have ordered what I ordered. It's like it happens every time. So I've just started I'm like, I do me. So I say this to you, pay attention to your stories. What stories do you have around you, your body, aging, and your health? What do you want to be true? What would you love? You're over 40. If you're here, maybe you're younger, maybe it doesn't matter. I actually don't care. I just put that in a video because I am speaking to that. But what would you love to be true? For me, I wrote a story that from the age of 40, I've never looked better. I'm 46. I've never looked better. I'm at my optimal weight. I've gotten more fit, more strong. My ass looks better than ever. I've always wanted like a really good butt, like get it back to where it was back in the day. And so I started telling myself that, right? I started saying that's what I wanted, and that's what happened. I will do a bikini pic and I will show you. But it was deliberate, and I didn't go in and do, oh my God, I've got to do this booty workout. I was focused mentally as I was working out in that area. I'm gonna get to that. First and foremost though, you have to dispel the beliefs that are blocking you from the desired outcome that you want. This is how we connect reprogramming the mind with an actual change in the body. This is how you do this, guys. Okay, this is my specialty. This is literally what I do with people. I do this for all areas of their life, right? Because I believe the key to a woman's success and happiness in having it all. I believe I'm here so that you can have it all, but we can't have it all if we're not happy and healthy. I don't care what anybody says. A woman that doesn't feel good in her body, she does not have it all. It will be the one Achilles heel. She will say, and it's not about weight. I'm saying just feels happy and healthy in her body. I don't care if that's at 200 pounds or if she's at 120 pounds. A woman, she can have the family, the money, but if she doesn't feel good in this, it will be the one thing that detracts from her joy and her happiness. I see it time and time again, and I did it myself, right? I had a highly successful business. I was helping all my clients achieve their dreams, and I was struggling with my weight as I was teaching weight loss. Like, it wasn't a lot, but I was up and down 10, and I was working too much. I didn't have balance, right? I wasn't taking as good of care of me as I was, right? And I noticed, and even though you could go, I'm going to get back into integrity, there was a lack of balance there. And you see it because when you don't feel good, like I have another high level celebrity client coaching, oh my God, whatever, doesn't even matter. Point is, she needs to show up. She has a show. She needs to be on TV. And it's like, she's like, I hate it. I tell them only show me from here up. And they're telling me I can't just be a talking head. And I'm like, it's getting in the way of her success and happiness, right? And so that's what we're doing, right? And that's what we've shifted for her. And it's been huge. And now her presence is like, it's a game changer. Let's go into this again. Your identity, okay? For those of you that want to do a full identity shift and you missed my last workshop, that was last Saturday. We are going to run it again because it was so popular. It is going to be happening October 15th. I have to get you guys a link. But if you want to come to my identity shifting workshop, put identity below where I actually take you through. You got a workbook, and step by step, you actually have to design your identity. Not by default, but by who you want to be. Realize most of us lived most of our lives by a default identity based off of what we were told, right? Like, let me give you another example. I was on with another client. Her identity is completely intellectual. And I said, I'm going to call her Suzanne. I said, Suzanne, you're intellectual, right? She said, yes. And I said, that's been your identity? And she goes, yeah. And I was explaining to her the whole premise of it's a mirror. I'm going to tie all this in. I promise you with the weight. So hear me out, because you can't lose the weight without this, okay? I promise. So she said, yeah, my whole life, intellectual. And she goes, yeah, but like my body. And I go, wait, let's just stay with me here. This is a prime example. You were told your whole life that you were smart. So you assume the identity that you were highly intellectual. And now you are sitting across from me at age 52. And do you have any problems going in and asking for a raise? And she's like, no. And I go, do you have any problems going in for a new job? Would you feel super confident? She goes, oh, absolutely. And I go, yeah, and do most people attribute you? Do you have a problem speaking up about, right? You guys get where I'm going. She's like, absolutely not. I go, why? She goes, well, I know I'm smart. And I go, exactly. You assume the identity. I go, and why? Think back. And she goes, my whole life I've been told I'm smart. And I go, even before tests and things? And she goes, oh yeah, even when I was little, I was always, and I go, okay, and what about your looks? And she's like, no, nobody ever made comments. I was always the smart one. And I go, okay, so how do you feel about your looks? Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Her whole life, she got told an identity. Now, what do you think would be different for my client if she was also told that she was smart and pretty and funny and fit and healthy, right? But instead, she was always put on a diet, right? And she was never told she was pretty. So she just assumed, now she's a pretty woman. She's an attractive woman. She doesn't see herself that way. Why? Why? Because she didn't have the identity. And when we're really little, we are only creating our identity based off of what other people tell us to be true about us. So I want you, now my favorite thing to do with my clients and with women in particular, and why I have this channel here, is reinvention. I really want us to let go of the false identity that says, oh, you age and this is going to happen and these are genetics and most likely you're going to end up with heart and this and this and this and this, right? And I actually want you to say, I'm now the conscious creator of my identity. What do I want to be true for me? Because everything I say becomes my reality. Everything I think becomes a belief, and every belief becomes an identity. Boom. Do you guys this is how we reprogram the mind. So we do auto-suggestion. I'll go into that later. I'll just do a separate video on auto-suggestion. I'll tell you guys though what to do so that you can fall asleep to auto-suggestion, because the sound of your own voice to reprogram your mind can happen like that. Give me 40 days with you auto-suggesting what you want for yourself, and watch what happens in your outer reality, because your world will change so drastically it will freak you out in the best of ways. I get so excited about this. So I want you to detail out, what are my beliefs about myself and aging and weight, right? You're gonna message that. I have a lot of hair. I get sweaty because I get so excited. All right, so I want you to message that or write that out. That's where you're gonna see what are the subconscious beliefs. I don't want you to go into the conscious mind. When you start journaling, you're actually gonna say, conscious mind, take a back seat. I wanna speak to my subconscious. I wanna know my underlying beliefs. Remember, your mind is a computer. It's picking up on what you tell it. So when you tell your mind and you give it a specific assignment, just like with ChatGPT, that's what happens in our minds. Okay, this is what freaks people out about ChatGPT, by the way. I'm not gonna go into ChatGPT for weight loss. I'm not getting on the trend of ChatGPT for manifesting. I'm just letting you know that what you program your mind, so if you tell your mind, like for instance, I was working with another client today. She's heading on a trip. She kept telling her mind that she was stuck. She couldn't make decisions. And I said, what did you experience as a result, Cindy? And she said, I couldn't make decisions. I was stuck. And then I kept telling myself, I'm so anxious and this is my pattern. I said, exactly. Your mind will give you what you tell it. You tell it you're stuck, it's going to make you stuck. This isn't like working with your angels and guides who know what's on your heart. This is your mind. Your mind is set up for survival as an artifact of past consciousness. That is all. It only knows the patterns that you programmed it from yesterday and years past. If you have an identity of an anxious person, the program in your DNA on a cellular level is that you are an anxious person, which means you programmed yourself to separate in your nervous system at different points of whatever you've programmed yourself with. So maybe you get anxious around decision making. Maybe you get anxious around going on stage. I don't know what that is. It's a pre-programmed, right, response. So now you're gonna have that and you're gonna say, oh, this is my pattern. This is what happens to me all the time. I need to plan for, oh my God. So instead, you tell yourself, I'm calm. I'm in my body. We do havening, you relax. This is now turning into a nervous system video. I promise you. Okay, we're gonna do this though, because this happens with weight loss too, right? We start freaking out. I'm gonna gain the weight. I'm gonna do this. No, so what you wanna do, this is havening. This is when we calm the body and you close your, and you go, I've got you, we're fine, we're good in the body. Okay, now great. So I just want you to understand it's nothing more than a pattern. What you wanna do so step one, you're looking at what are the limiting beliefs. Step two, you're identifying what do I want to be true about me? What do I want the beliefs about me and weight loss to be? I made it very, very clear that when they took my thyroid and I was told you're gonna gain all this weight and blah, 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 and then you're gonna age and your hormones and all this is gonna happen and you don't have control of your hormones anymore. And I said, no, thank you. I don't actually hear anything you're saying. I don't care. Because my truth, what I'm making true for me is that I'm gonna look better than ever. I'm gonna be more toned, more fit. I'm gonna metaphysically work with the energy of having a thyroid. So my body thinks it has a thyroid because I train it to believe that. And this is gonna be seamless and easy for me. And my hormones are gonna be great. And I'm gonna age. I'm going to reverse aging and I'm gonna look better than ever. Boom. That is the belief that I've chosen. That is the belief that continues to show up for me time and time again. I honestly, I feel amazing. My sleep is everything. And I say this not to be like, I don't even know what that was. I say this because I am no different than you. I just know the other. I lived a life by default and by listening to all the noise out here for long enough, and I hated it. And I realized I gave my power away to other human beings telling me what was gonna be true about me and my body. When I am source energy, when life gets to flow through me and to me, right? Whatever you believe in religiously, I personally believe in God and all the things. That's not neither here nor there, but when you realize that this body is an asset, I'm going, well, how do I want it to work with me and for me? Okay, well, I want to defy what's being shown. And if there's another person that's done it, why can't I do it too? If there's a woman on YouTube, I'm forgetting her name right now, that's like 75, that's looks incredible with like a ripped six pack. I'm like, right? Like, let's normalize that. Let's normalize, like, we just get better and better and better. So you have to create the identity. And if you haven't done that, that is the most powerful and profound work that you can do. Honestly, if that's the only thing, and you never watched another YouTube video, and this is the only thing that you ever heard, get a notebook and write out, what do I want to be true about me? What do I want to be true for the rest of my life in every area of my life? Write it out and read it every day. Record it in your phone and listen to it at night. Your vocal code is the only vocal code that exists in the world that's yours, just like your fingerprint. Nobody has it. No one. What does that mean when your eardrum hears it? On a soul level, an energetic level, remember everything, all we are is energy. We are just energy, vibration, and frequency. So what does that mean? I wish we were on a live, or I wish we were in a Zoom so you could tell me what you think. So can we tell I was teaching all day? Okay, so I'm used to people like coming back. So when you go to sleep at night, when we're reprogramming the mind, this is like so amazing. When you learn, well, when I learned this, I was obsessed, became obsessed with reprogramming my mind because my mind worked against me for so long. You guys don't know me at this time, but I was really, really insecure all growing up, like really insecure. And I had battled with my weight, and I stood in my way a lot. And I was doing that silent suffering thing, and which really prompted me to start my business. And that's when I said, I want to help people. And I never want another woman to suffer, struggle in silence because of her weight or any part of herself that she doesn't think is enough because she didn't have a parent or she didn't have the programming in life to tell her that she was more than enough and beautiful and perfect exactly as she is, and that she can be to have anything. I mean, that's truly my mission here is I would love for just every woman to see their light and to shine so bright. So anyway, you guys get it. I'm off that rant. My point with this is when you learn that your vocal code can hear and will hear your voice at night, and it will auto suggest, that will trump any listening to anybody else's hypnosis at night. And don't get me wrong, I have evening hypnosis because I know sometimes, people are busy. They don't have time to record it. I have them too. I even have a weight loss hypnosis track on YouTube under, it's free. It's if you go on my it's on my playlist, I'll link it below. But I'm telling you that if you write out your news story and you record it and you even fall asleep to it, and let's just say you make it 10 minutes long, and you listen to that at night before bed, and when you wake up in the morning, just watch out. Just do it for 21 days. You will be blown away. You will notice that all of a sudden you will be more loving to yourself. You will start making healthier choices. You will be more kind. So, okay, so that's step one. So first, we want to identify, who do you want to be, right? What do you want to believe to be true about you with weight loss and your age? What are the limiting beliefs? And you have to dispel, okay, so this was the second big piece. When you are writing down what you want to be true, these limiting beliefs are going to come up that are going to go, yeah, that's not going to happen. Oh yeah, well, you lost the weight before and you gained it back. Oh yeah, well, this happened. Oh yeah, well, that happened. And you just have to go, oh wow. And this is when, when they say we are spiritual beings having a human experience, so what I teach in Limitless Academy, which is my online membership program, you want to talk as a third party observer to yourself. And what you want to do is so I'm talking over here. What you want to do, and I'm looking up because I get downloads when I'm talking, and there's a tree out here and it talks to me. Okay, so what you want to do is actually talk as a third party observer to yourself. And I'm bringing this in right now because it can be helpful if I can give you an example. So let's just say that you are watching yourself and you just ate something that wasn't supportive, or you just got on the scale and you're like, man, I thought I was losing weight. Did you ever have that where you're like, but I've been doing everything right. And then I just got on the scale, and this is like, I really was excited because I thought it was going to show me. This is why I always tell everyone in my programs, never get on the scale. And so if you get on the scale and then you hear this voice that goes, see, it didn't matter. You didn't need to go to the gym, and then you deprived yourself of this, and you didn't have that, and you didn't have wine, and you were telling us you were feeling better, but it was all for waste. You'll hear this voice. And as a third-party observer, you're gonna come in and you're gonna say, give yourself a name. Hey, 3D Melissa. Oh, look, Negative Nancy. I like to call her Negative Nancy. Or give her a name, like who was like a bitch in high school that you would just like wanna give a name, right? Or like something like that, excuse my language. Are they gonna flag me for that? I hope not. Okay, so you wanna just give it a name. And why you wanna give it a name is so that you can start to actually separate from that version of you to start to see her differently. So let's just say I'm gonna call mine Negative Nancy. Actually, I call her Crystal. I'm gonna let you guys in, I call her Crystal. And I say, Crystal girl, and you're not driving anymore. So you've had the wheel long enough. I've heard you for about 46 years. It's not helpful, and that's not what we do here anymore. The truth is, I feel better. The truth is, I'm doing this. The truth is, I am committed and I know where I'm going, and I don't care what the scale says because I define me. I define my worth. I own where I'm going. So you can be here, but you no longer have a say, and you're no longer making any decisions. So either you want to come along for the ride, and I'll love you up. I love you either way, but you no longer are driving. This is what I'm choosing. This is what I'm doing. And once you start to listen to that voice and bring it in, it will partner with you, or you will notice, ask, like close your eyes and see. When my clients do this, they'll see a version of themselves that's like this. They'll see a girl that's like, has like, no, like she's like back here, right? Like, oh, no, no, no. And I always say that's okay. You haven't connected with her in a long time. I always remind them, if your best friend was standing in front of you, if your mother was in front of you, if your daughter was in front of you, what would you say, right? And then think from that place. We often can see, did you ever notice that? We can see this endless possibilities for our best friends and for the people we love the most. And when it comes to ourselves, it's like, oh, but I can't. So we want to catch that. So again, I want you to write down what are your beliefs around you aging in your weight? What would you love to be true? Write it out in detail. I would love that starting on the new year, I'm at my ideal weight and I'm wearing that skinny, sexy leather pants and I'm doing this, or I would love that I'm going on this trip and I wear a bathing suit and everyone's like, what? I would love, like I don't know what that is for you. I would love to just be running around with my grandkids. I would love to have a baby. I would love to okay, let's do it, but let's stop limiting and putting off who we get to be based off of, I can't do that until the weight is off and blah, blah, blah. So now we want to go into, so then we're writing it down. So first, we're asking ourselves, what do we believe to be true about ourselves and aging in weight? Next, you're going to write out, what would I love to be true? Next, you're going to look at what are the limiting beliefs that popped up as you were writing that? And you're going to cancel them out in red, and you're going to write an affirmative. What would I love to be true? So say it says, you could never do this. Just say, I am, and I did. This weight loss is going to be hard. Weight loss is effortless and easy for me. I released weight and I've got my ideal body. You've never been fit your whole life. This time it worked for me. It's my time and I'm ready. Did you see how empowering those statements were that I just said? Give me a thumbs up. Like I felt those, right? Like you guys felt those. That's like an energetic shift. That's what you want to do. You want to drop into that energy. Okay? So those are the 3 steps to reprogram the subconscious mind. And the 4th gold mic drop is that you are actually going to read this in your voice, put your headphone in and listen before bed and listen while you're doing your makeup in the morning and listen while you're working out until you feel an energetic shift. And what you will notice, and all the women in my community do, is all of a sudden they start writing, Melissa, the craziest thing happened. I walked in front of the mirror today and I go, you look good. And I was like, what? And that's them saying it to themselves, because what starts happening is they start loving themselves. Self-love is the key, but we have to do it this way, because when you're in self-rejection, it's hard to flip right into how I love me. Then it just feels fake. Do these steps. It's going to get you there. Okay. Next, what do we want to do for really losing weight over 40? If you have not gotten a weighted vest and started walking, I'm just going to just do, honestly, just do it. Just do it. Like, stop. Just stop. I will link mine below. This isn't about you buying. I don't care if you get one from me. I'll just share the one that I have. But just get a weighted vest and start doing errands in your house. I don't care what I look like. Have you noticed on my videos? If you guys want to be with me day to day, follow me on Instagram. But I mean, I literally walk around like CVS, Walgreens, Publix, weighted vests. I mean, people ask me what I'm training for, and I was like, me. Duh, training for this life right here. Why a weighted vest? One, over 40, it's gonna help with bone density. So yeah, it's great to take a supplement, but you know what really helps? Building strong bones. And if you don't want to have to sit there and lift all these weights and do all these things, you might not have a gym membership, just get a weighted vest. I suggest starting with 12 pounds. I will link the one that I like. Or get a backpack and put some rice in it and walk and see how you feel. It depends. I don't really want to, like, everybody's got different things, but I found it to be, and for the women in my community, they're like, one, you burn more calories. It helps with weight release. It builds bone density, right? And it's helping with your stature and actual cardiovascular and heart health. Like, it's just a no-brainer. It's helping with your knees, with your back, all the things that we want as we age. Next, why else is it good? Please stop, ladies, doing plyometrics. I am not doing burpees and all the crazy workouts that I once did at a different time. And I can even tell you, when I did them in my 30s and my 20s, my body would hold weight. I actually looked heavier than when I was doing less exercise. First, it's a hormone disruptor. You really, really just want to focus on zone 2 cardio, which is walking 10,000 steps with a weighted vest, or, mix in. Now, Pilates, bar, yoga, I love them. They're not going to help you lose weight. Are they going to help you to feel better? Sure. Yes. Are they great to do on rest days or as a complement to your workouts? Yes. If you're not active at all and you're loving that, by all means, do it. I'd rather have you do that. But when I get asked, like, hey, Melissa, I'm really looking to transform my body, or I really want to lose this weight, I'm doing bar 3 days a week. I'm like, bar, I find, is like, if you're already really lean, or you're one of those women that just is very lean naturally and truly, like, doesn't have a lot of extra weight and just wants to kind of define and tighten a little bit. But I still, hands down, will tell you, lifting heavy weights 2 days a week, and doing a circuit, a full body circuit. I'm not talking about back day and butt day and leg day and, oh, no. That the game has changed in the fitness industry. And I've been saying this forever. So I'm so glad that other people have gotten on the bandwagon. Functional training is where it's at. Watch the workouts that I do. If you guys want to come, if you want me to film a full workout, I am happy to do that. I know the women in Limitless Academy, we're going to be adding workouts to our membership. But if that's something that you want, I'm happy to do that. I always get asked about my abs. I tell people I do share ab exercises, but I focus ab work in my functional training. So the workouts, I don't want to live in the gym, guys. I got things to do, and I know you do too, right? We don't want that. And if you don't want to go to the gym and you just want, what I mean by functional training is, let me see if I can, all right, this is what I love about lives. I love this crap. Okay, I love this crap. Am I serious? I'm really not this crass. I don't know why I'm like, it's not gonna let me go long ways because by it, I mean YouTube and my phone, because I was gonna try to do one earlier to show you. Let me see if I can, let's see how I do this. So functional training would mean like this, okay? And I'll link a short here where you saw some things that I was doing. I'm short, by the way. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm 5'4". I'm not like short, but functional training, like, let's just imagine that I have weights. So that would be me doing like a squat, right? And like an overhead press. And I'm gonna go down and up. So what am I doing with this movement? But you really want to watch your form. So I'm in like baggy clothes, but what I'm saying here, and I'm going to talk about this with form. Form is the most important thing. You have to watch your form. Anything without your form is no bueno. Guys, you have to watch your form or you'll hurt your back and other things. You never want your knees to go over the front of your toes. You always want to have your core engaged. And what I find with women is they leave that tummy loose and they run and their stomach. No, you need it tight. When you're on the elliptical, we're not just moseying. When I see this and then women are like, Melissa, I was on the elliptical for 45 minutes. I'm like, what were you doing? They're like, well, I was emailing, and I was like, that's fine. But like, I love movement, okay? But when you're telling me you really want to release weight, we need to move your body and get your heart rate up. It's not that I don't like the elliptical. Just focus on, are you in your body, right? So we always want to have our core tight. We always want to have it engaged. And I like doing compound movements. And what that means is I'm going to be doing this. I'm at a bit of an advanced level, meaning like I can balance. I do a lot on one leg and lifting here. Like I do a lot of kind of stuff that a lot of people come up to me in the gym and ask what I'm doing. So I like to show my clients beginner and then more advanced moves, but I want to tell you, meet yourself where you are. So let me give you an example. If you are not working out at all right now, your goal is to wake up every day at the same time. Biggest mistake is when it's like, well, Tuesdays and Thursdays I work out, so I get up an hour earlier, but the other days I sleep in. No, you have to train yourself, right? I get up at the same time every day. I don't care, okay? So you want to start and meet yourself where you're at. Just start and tell yourself, I do what I can, where I can, when I can. I tell my clients, especially when they go, Melissa, I'm so busy, I'm doing this. I go, can you do 10 minutes in the morning? Can you go for a 10-minute walk in the afternoon? Can you do 10 minutes in the evening after you eat? That's 30 minutes. You probably ended up doing about 7,000 steps. It's better than nothing, right? Take walking meetings, park further away, wear your weighted vest around the house, take the stairs. These things make a difference, right? Like right now I'm doing a standing video. Why? Because I don't want to be sitting. I was on Zooms quite a bit today and I tried to move, but then so you will see me sometimes too. I'll be walking on my walking treadmill. Sometimes I get a little discoordinated and fall off. So I don't always do that. But I will tell you, so we want to be looking at that. The other thing that I want to tell you guys, so movement is key, but please understand that if you're looking to lose weight over 40, movement is just to support with hormonal balance, aging, and tightening. If you're thinking that your workout is going to negate a poor diet and you're wondering why you're not seeing changes in your body, no, it can't. Movement is just to support up here and in your energy, your sleep, your stress levels, and how you feel, right? But you have to really understand that what you put into your body makes up 80 to 90% of your results. What do I teach? Clean eating, whole food, which is whole foods closest to their natural state. Make more food at home, 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eat clean. 20% of the time, it's okay, you do you, boo. 80% of the time, cook at home. Plan it. Really understand it. And the last piece that I'm going to tell you that's going to be absolutely huge for you is have kitchen hours. Kitchen is closed after 7 or 8 o'clock. Don't go back in. Have a cup of tea if you need something. Or I have the mushroom cacao, not psychedelic mushrooms, mushroom cacao by Rise. And I can link that below. It helps with sleep. I also love another one that's great that helps with sleep that's all natural is by Mary Roos. It's their, I'll tell you a few things that really help with sleep that help my community as well, and they're all natural and they're not you're not taking anything. So I'm a big proponent of sleep. A few things that are really, really going to help you because this is significantly going to support with weight loss. And if you're in perimenopause, menopause, you guys really have to have your thermostat on 65. Trust me, you will sleep like a baby. I don't care if you're like, Melissa, I was freezing. I guarantee you will be like, oh my God, I haven't slept that good in so long. All the women tell me this, okay? 2, blackout curtains. If you can't get blackout curtains, get a sleep mask. I love the weighted ones. It's fantastic. things that you can do before sleep that are going to support and releasing belly fat in particular. Write this one down. It went viral. I'll see if I can pull it back up here. Or was that on TikTok? I can't remember, guys, anymore where things go. I'll have my team pull this one. Remind me if you tag me, will you tag me below for this recipe? It is, it's gonna help you lose belly fat. Just trust me. It's a fan favorite. You're gonna do you're gonna steep 4 bags of chamomile tea. 4, okay? In 6 ounces of water, not 8, not 12. You're gonna drink this about an hour before bed, 30 minutes. Why I'm saying 6 ounces is I don't want you to pee all night, okay? We don't wanna like that. You're gonna do chamomile tea, you're gonna do a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and you're gonna do a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, Ceylon, okay? Ceylon cinnamon is a thermogenic effect, but it also has higher health benefits and helps in hormonal regulation as well as sugar balancing. You're gonna drink this before bed. You can add stevia to it. So we've got apple cider vinegar, we've got cinnamon, and we have chamomile tea. Got it? Okay. You're gonna drink that before bed. You will sleep like a baby and watch. Your belly will be really flat and you'll detox in the morning. Okay, wait, am I missing Ceylon cinnamon, apple cider vinegar? Is there lemon? No, that's it. And then you can add stevia to taste. Now that one's fantastic. You will love it. Another thing that's really gonna help with if you have like belly fat or you have a problem with constipation and things of that nature, dairy is not your friend. Sorry guys, but it's not. You'll also notice your skin will glow. I always get asked why I have such glowing skin. And if you struggle with adult acne, eczema, any skin, anything, take out dairy, take it out for 7 days, thank me later. You will be blown away. Aside from that, especially, and for kids too, FYI, and if your kids have asthma, we'll get into that in another episode. This is not a podcast, Melissa, you are live on YouTube. What was I gonna say? Okay, the other one that I was gonna tell you to do is Mary Roos has a mineral, and I do not work for them, guys. I'm just letting you know things that I've tried, that women in my community tried, that they like. They have a mineral, and I like Mary Roos because you could literally give it to children. It's all natural. I love the founder and owner of this company. I wish I had a bottle still here. Oh my God. I'm gonna tag you, I will put a link below. It's in my Amazon storefront. It's Mary Roos. Look up their mineral, their sleep. You take 2 tablespoons. They've got like a pineapple flavor. All I have to tell you is it's all natural. You don't feel groggy in the morning. Sleep like a baby. It's great to give to kids too, FYI. Okay, and then the last one that I do like too, now this does have melatonin in it, but it's the company called Rise, and it's their superfood cacao. Stay here. Okay. It's this one, Rise, and it's mushroom hot cocoa. It is L-theanine, reishi, cacao, hickory, and melatonin and glycine. So as a nutritionist, I only ever tell you guys things that I actually take, that I like, and that I would actually have somebody take, right? Like I have a storefront on Fullscript, medicinal grade supplements, because it's hard because supplements aren't regulated by the FDA, right? So we don't just want to go and grab anything off of I have a TikTok channel myself, but you want to watch where you're getting supplements from. You want to make sure they're pure. You want to make sure they're up to date and they're not from 2 years ago that shouldn't be sold. And this is why I like to go through personally, I have a link for Fullscript. I'll put it below. I'm not saying you need to go through my link. I'm just letting you know, even if you buy off Amazon, go direct to the brand if you can, because you know that you're getting 1, their most recent stock, 2, good supplements. And the companies that I really do like that are medicinal grade are Thorne Pure Encapsulations, Integrative Therapeutics. Those are the ones as a nutritionist that I do, they're good products. they're quality controlled, and you know you're actually going to get what you're paying for, right? Like it's not, you know, it's not ideal when you're spending like a few $100s on supplements and you find out half of them have filler and it's like out of date, you know? Okay, so why am I even bringing this stuff in when we're looking at over 40 and weight loss? Sleep has to happen, and what happens at this age is many really struggle with sleep and they're not getting 8 hours. So pay attention to the stories. You need, honestly, most women need anywhere from 7 to 9 hours, and they're like superwoman. Now, I understand if you have children and other things, that can be a factor, and that's where having, you know, alternative things that can support you in sleep are really helpful. And the last thing that I'm going to tell you, and I cannot stress this enough, if you eat crappy foods, you will think crappy thoughts and you will do crappy things. And what I mean by this is, as a spiritual nutritionist, why do I even talk about that? Because I speak into the energetics of food. And what I can promise you and tell you more than anything is that what you ingest, what you consume, consumes you. So just like with watching the news before bed, pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Everything, and I have done actual research looking at, and I did this with myself, a personal experiment, and it was not fun, I'm not gonna lie, where I increased my sugar intake and I ate foods with food dyes and things at night. And I have to tell you, I noticed I was more prone to negativity. I took myself out of being efficient and productive. I noticed I wanted to sit on my sofa more, and I live in like sunny Florida. And I had a few of my clients do this, and I wanted to do research just to notice, and we went through it, and they did this for 7 days with me, and they were like, Melissa, I was more unkind to my children, I snapped at my partner, I wasn't as creative, I found myself feeling depressed, down on myself, I talked myself out of workouts, I was gossiping, I was more negative, and we were looking, and I had them track, did they notice they wanted to watch more TV? Did they notice they wanted to scroll more? And they noticed that as they ate more foods that were devoid of life force, meaning they were foods that came from bags and boxes, fast food, chemicals, nothing was, you know, it wasn't, we started off the morning with cereal, or pancakes, or a donut, or a bagel, right? Then lunch, we went, instead of going, some of them did fast food. I told everybody, go and do your thing. But I said, don't have a salad. I want you to go and eat, go get pizza, go get a burger, go get like burger and fries and a milkshake. Like, just eat normal food. Don't overgorge yourself. And I say this because they all did that. And it was like, it was over 7 days. I did this with 21 women, and they all told me that they could not wait for it to be over. They could not get over. Their sleep was worse. Their bowel movements were worse. Their skin had more wrinkles and looked dehydrated. They were snapping. They were hyperreactive. They said they had fallen into negative patterns of thinking that they hadn't been in since they started working with me, that they noticed that they were going into lack thinking. They were having a lot of self-rejection thoughts. They were scrolling on their phones more, and they were watching more television. You tell me, do the experiment. Notice how you feel after you have alcohol, after you have all the, I'm not saying not to have these things. I just want you to be an observer and notice how you feel and how you think when you're in your body, when you do things that way. Oh, I got comments. I love comments. Wait, where? Guys, somebody help me. Where do I see the comments? Top chat, live chat, live chat. Here they are. Oh my God, I've been waiting. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry, honey. I'm saying honey. Guys, I wanna answer this. Oh, why? It's telling me it won't let me, all messages are visible. Oh, you are my goal. You look amazing. Thank you. Oh my God, I so appreciate that. Well, that was so sweet. If there is a question, let me know. Okay, all right, guys, I don't know why I can't see any others. Okay, if there is a question, if you guys have anything, I am happy to come back in. I will be doing a live on Saturday Or wait, today's Monday. It's been a long week. I will be in here tomorrow. If you guys want to come join me tomorrow at 11, I do a live on Tuesdays at 11. I think I thought it was Tuesday. No, I didn't, because it's not 11, it's 4 o'clock. I swear I'm with it. I had a very crazy weekend and I've been traveling. Okay, so I will be in here tomorrow at 11 live if you guys have any questions. On Thursday, we post our regular video. So if you guys want to get a notification bell, if you want to subscribe, if you like my content, let me know. I would love to know what videos you want from me. Our next video was my favorite things to do after the age of 40 that I do to take care of me, to support me, from mindset to beauty to skincare to workouts. If you want to see any recipes, if you want to see any and all the things that I do, let me know. And we have a ton of other videos. And tomorrow we are going deeper into the mindset for actually breaking through limiting beliefs and assuming the new identity. So I know you guys love the last video that I did, reinvention. If you guys want to go deeper in that, I will put a link underneath here. And if you guys want to join Limitless Academy, you can come in at the intro rate. We just got in a bunch of new members. I would absolutely love to have you. This is where we do mind, body, life mastery. We reprogram the mind. We create new identity. You hear from me every day. We have live calls each week, and you are in an epic community. And we're doing a live in-person retreat in January. I can't wait. And what else can I tell you? I will put the links for anything else below. And I will see you tomorrow at 11. I would love to have you subscribe, share, like, all the things. If you enjoyed this content, that would mean the absolute world to me. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All my love. Have a beautiful and blessed day.